Hi Scorpio, just getting ready to do your reading. Some of the things that I downloaded, well, it was kind of a situation. I feel like some of you have felt stuck in a connection, and although there's romance and love, you don't feel like you're aligned with this connection. Some may even feel like you're just being told what you want to hear, but there's no real root to the words that are being said to you. Maybe it's somebody that just knows how to push your buttons in a good way, right? So you're really feeling like you want to see actions and not words. So I don't know if this is a conversation that you're going to have. I feel like something's got to give, and you're kind of like on this precipice, if you will. So that's what I was getting, and I'm hoping that this reading kind of can shed some light on that for some of you. I know it's not going to resonate with everybody. If this reading does not resonate with you, please check out some of my other videos, your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. So let's get started with the oracle. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also comment. Really let me know how you fare with the advice that you're given. And let's get started. So I'm going to start with the oracle, the Spirit Guides oracle. And Spirit, let's have a opening message for Scorpio. Interesting. So we get a child's love. The love between a parent and child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during our time on earth. Children start out as part of us, and from their first cries, they establish themselves as the biggest part of our hearts. Beautiful. I 100% agree with that. Actually, let me put this over here so you can kind of see it closer to the camera. Okay. We might get another one of those at the end. We'll see. All right, so let's get started with the spread. And Spirit, can we get one card for Scorpio's current situation? I'm using the Mythical Dreams deck, I believe it's called. One card. Oh, I'm being led to shuffle one more time. Actually, one more time. Sorry about this. I know it can come off loud on the camera, that's why I try to do it off camera, but sometimes you just feel like you need a couple more shuffles. One card for Scorpio's current situation. And this says, I don't know how to say it, but it means justice. And let's see, in relation to what? Let's see. What is Scorpio's current challenge? And we get Two of Wands. So definitely a decision to be made. Oh my gosh, I can see that I did not turn off my notifications. So Spirit, please protect this video. What's the advice from Spirit on how to get through this challenge? And we have the Sun. Clarity. Definitely when there's a decision to be made, that's a good one. And the outcome. And then we'll get it all together. Nine of Wands. Interesting outcome. All right, so let's get started with justice, and then the challenge is Two of Wands. So both of these cards, I feel like, definitely bring in a level of balance, of weighing two options, of seeing one side and then also the other. I feel like with justice, I mean, maybe if this is your current energy, you're feeling like you've come to some conclusions about things and maybe had some closure and are feeling like you're seeing both sides of things and understanding. And I mean, it may have something to do with literal justice in, courts or within some type of contract, marriage. It could be anything like that. But I feel like with the Two of Wands, and especially how it's depicted here, let me get it in the camera a little better, especially how it's depicted here, it's a little bit about understanding. You understand where you want to go from here, but it's like, how do I get there? And sometimes we can get bogged down and feel stuck. And I was talking about that, that energy of feeling stuck when we first started the video. So I feel like, sometimes we get bogged down in how to take that first step, or actually taking that first step, even if we know what it is. So I think that with the Sun card coming out here as the advice from Spirit, I feel like you're going to get the clarity that you need to move forward with this future plan that you have. And it's definitely, Two of Wands can talk about a new path, something, a motivation, and definitely this person does not look motivated. The Sun brings in that positivity, that motivation, that clarity. The Sun is the most positive card in the deck, so it really, it's like everything's going to go right, and feeling that that burden lift away is what I would want to say. But then we have this outcome of the Nine of Wands. Now, I feel like, there's something that's been a lot of hard work. This particular Nine of Wands is pretty menacing, but I think it's just about, he's still holding that sword. I mean, he's still holding on to a truth, and he knows that something's got to give, something's coming to an end, and it's just kind of lurking behind him, right? He knows there's a closure to whatever this situation is. So I think the Sun is really, that advice from Spirit, the Sun card is really talking about getting past and releasing these burdens. It is a 9, so, it's like you're almost there. Just get to this one last step. Don't look back just yet. Don't, make sure that you're laying these burdens down so that you can close that cycle out for good. And this could be in regards to a relationship. This could be in regards to some other burdens that are on your heart. And a lot of times those burdens on our heart are really painful. But once we work through them, that's when we're able to truly move on. All right, so I'm not sure how this plays in. So let's actually get a couple clarifiers here. Let's look at this Nine of Wands first. Can we get a clarifying card for the Nine of Wands? Let me shuffle up real quick. All right. Clarifying card for Nine of Wands. What is this burden? What is this heavy load that Scorpio is dealing with? Wow. Nine of Wands again. I mean, it shows somebody there. I mean, this is like the wounded warrior card, but I mean, so it does show somebody that looks like they're healing from something, and I did talk about healing. So I think Scorpio, you know what this heavy burden is that's been, keeping you in this stuck state of not moving forward and not feeling motivated. And it may be different for each and every one of you. Let's get a clarifying card for this, a child's love. Why did Scorpio need to hear that message? Get one card for a child's love. And we get Five of Swords. So I feel like there's been some kind of conflict, and it may be this burden. Maybe there's been some kind of conflict with your child, or maybe you're in a relationship where, the other person has children from a previous relationship or whatever, and, you may have, had some conflict and even felt like you won the argument, but it doesn't feel that great, right? It doesn't feel like, okay, much of a victory. So I think that maybe it's about looking at it from a different perspective and understanding, the bond that children have with their parents. And if this is your child, maybe it's just about picking your battles and understanding that some battles just can't be won, no matter if you're right or wrong. Okay. And if that's your burden, I mean, kids are worth it. Just take that next step to, complete that cycle. Let's get a closing message. Spirit, what final message do we have for Scorpio? Oh, it's flying out. What do we got here? Okay. We got ancestral wisdom. So it says, we are your ancestors and we love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We ask you at this poignant time to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy, and we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the spirit world. And I think this is a reminder that, that our children, I believe we have an obligation to leave them a legacy. And I'm not talking necessarily about money or material things. I'm talking about that knowledge of where they came from and their history as much as you know. And because your ancestors are guiding you, they're guiding you because they want to protect this bloodline, right? So that may be the message here. There may be a heaviness to the relationship right now. And I just feel like, Spirit is saying that the sun is coming out. The sun is going to shine on this relationship. And, be that positive. Maybe you need to be that positive light in your child's life and really help them through a particular situation, or you just need to be the better person and, move forward with love in all you do towards your children. Well, that might be a specific message for just one person, or hopefully many of you got something out of this. Again, please like, share, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments how this, resonates for you. Remember that the universe has your back, and so do I. I'll see you next time. Thanks.